I swear my washer and dryer might be the reason I get a divorce. I think I've made the washer and dryer out to be my in-laws. I've packed wet jeans in my suitcase to go out of town for stand-up stuff twice.
Full Out with Brittany Ross.
Hey guys, welcome to Full Out Flying Solo. This week, basically my life has been ruined by my new fancy washer and dryer. I swear, okay, this sounds so insane, but I swear my washer and dryer might be the reason I get a divorce. I feel like I know I'm the crazy person in this scenario, and I'm fine with that, I think. We got this new washer and dryer because our other washer and dryer was really big when we moved in, and we're trying to build like closets in our laundry room, and it's too big, so we're like, let's trade it out for this smaller one. And Marco, of course, was like, okay, let's get the European one. It's really good. And I was like, okay, let's do it. It's tiny. It will be great. We'll have so much space to store everybody's crap. And it's also the one his parents have. So I think I've made the washer and dryer out to be my in-laws, and I feel like everything has more meaning than just the washer and dryer, where he thinks that everything in Europe is better. And this washer and dryer is very expensive. It's top notch. Everybody's like, it's the best thing ever. I think this is just how I feel about Europe in general. Everyone's like, it's the best thing ever. And I'm like, okay. Well, I used to go from doing my laundry once a week. My housekeeper would do most of it once a week. Sheets, everything, folding it, be put away, to now doing 3 loads of laundry a day, having to hang dry all of my clothes all around my house. I've packed wet jeans in my suitcase to go out of town for stand-up stuff twice because they will not dry in the dryer. This is the thing I think about Europe. I have a hard time when I go there because everything is 17 steps extra what you actually need it to be. And they're like, but it's the best. And I'm like, you know what's the best? Throwing all your shit in the dryer, opening it, and it's clean and dry. And your jeans are tight, snug to your body. Everyone's like, Switzerland, amazing. I'm like, okay, if you want to buy something, the amount of things they'll wrap it up in, and then they'll like hand you the receipt in like an envelope, like everything. I got a COVID test there one time, like during COVID. And I swear the way they like wrapped up my receipt for my COVID test, I was like, am I going to open this envelope and a dove is going to fly out of here? Because this took forever. I just need to get out of here. I don't even want a receipt. And they're like, you don't want a receipt. You have to have it. You know, it's like all that kind of stuff. Basically, the washer and dryer is ruining my life so much. I've tried every setting. I've tried everything's coming out wrinkly. It's torn, ripped 2 blankets of ours. And everything's hanging all around the house, like on balconies and everything. And I would rather take my stuff to the laundromat than wash my clothes at home with my fancy washer and dryer. And I think that's how I feel sometimes. Marco has been making jokes about how everything going wrong in our life is because of the washer and dryer. And I'm like, it is because of the washer and dryer. Everything going wrong in our life is because of the washer and dryer. I don't know what this means. You can therapize me, whatever you want, but like it is like I'll come home and everything's wrinkly and I'm like, my life is over. My life is over. I had a nightmare that my housekeeper was so pissed at me that I got this washer and dryer. And then I told her, I was like, I had a nightmare that you were mad at me. And she's like, only a little bit. And I was like, you are. We've been like laughing about it, that it's ruining our lives. And then the other night, I was like, okay, I just have to like learn a new system. So I came home from a show. I was like, I'll put this in now. I'll like change it so that it's ready for the morning to be folded, whatever. I'm like, I'll just learn this new European system. So I'm like trying to get on board, put everything in, go to bed. 3 a.m, I hear somebody entering my house and I wake up in like a gasp startle. And I'm like, Marco, I don't know why the alarm didn't go off. Like somebody's in the house. Like I'm freaking out. And he's like, what? And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like panicking. And then 2 minutes later, we hear the dryer make this like sound again. And I'm like, oh God, it's the fucking dryer because it never stops. Like if you don't take the clothes out, it like won't stop. And it made the same sound as like if the door was being opened to the house. Anyways, I told them, if you don't come take this machine back, I do stand up and I'm going to figure out how to like write it into like a really funny joke and make sure it goes viral and I will say the name of the brand. Jury's still out. They're coming tomorrow to see if they'll take it back from me. And if not, I'll message you guys what the name of the brand is. So you don't get it. I've already deterred 3 people from getting it who have been like, oh, I wanted to get that. I'm like, do not get it. It takes so much time. It takes forever to wash your clothes. You'd be better off going to the laundromat. And I guess that's what I feel about Europe. You'd be better off going to the laundromat. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Sometimes it's really fun. I like a lot of things about it. But there are things like I was there with my kids recently last summer in Switzerland, and gosh, they do not like kids there. I was just like, we were staying in a hotel for once. Normally we stay at Marco's parents' house, but they had moved and they were like in a temporary house and before they moved into another, whatever. So we were in a hotel for the first time. So I had to like take my kids out in the town, and Benjamin was like tiny and Penelope was like 5 or something. And they'll just like scoff at you when your kids pass or get in the way or anything. They're just like, ugh. They make you weigh everything at the grocery store before you check out. And so I ran in to like buy snacks and they're like, oh, like the woman's like, il faut peser, like you have to weigh it, like il faut peser. And I'm like, oh, okay. So like I go to like weigh the thing. It's just like a whole like rigmarole to like do anything. And it's not a third world country. I'm like, if this was a third world country, I'd understand. But this is like a wealthy country. So like, can't we just get like scales at the checkout counter like we have here? Like, why do I have to like go back, weigh my apples and whatever, and then come back? And then I took Penelope to get, like I was trying to find a protein bar, which good luck finding a protein bar in Europe. And I went into like the fancy grocery store. They don't have it. And Penelope wanted a chocolate. And I was like, she'd eaten so many chocolates. So I was like, fine, you can get 1 chocolate out of this like big jar. So we go to pay for 1 chocolate. And the woman's like, il faut peser, like you have to weigh it. And I was like, what? 1 chocolate? I have to weigh 1 chocolate? And so like we go back to weigh it. We try to weigh it. And the guy's telling me like, oh, it doesn't weigh enough. 1 chocolate doesn't weigh enough. It won't like print out a receipt for you. You have to buy more than 1 chocolate. And I just go to him. I was like, I fucking hate it here. And he was like, what? He was like, what? I was like, why do I have to weigh this chocolate? I just want 1 chocolate. And he goes, oh, you can just take it. You can have it. And I was like, okay, thank you. And then Penelope's like, wait, did we just steal this, Mom? And I was like, no, no, yeah, I don't know, maybe. And then I kept being like, everyone here has like a stick up their butt. And she's like, what? She's the only friend I had with me to talk to. Marco was with his family. And I was like, everyone has a stick up their butt. And we had like a bidet in our hotel. And Penelope was like, I don't know. We just kept joking that it was like a bidet because like everyone there has a stick up their butt. Anyways, I feel like whatever. Everyone was like, you go and ask for a high chair. They're like, quoi? What? You want a high chair? Why? Like, I'm like, because I have a kid. And they're like, oh, we do not have it. I'm like, everyone in this country hates children. And they're like, no, we don't. We love children. I'm like, then why don't you have a high chair at this restaurant? They're like, I just was losing my mind. And I feel like I finally speak French well enough to be like, to talk back in French, which has become a problem because people also don't talk back there. And Marco's always like, stop, Brittany. I started to joke that I was like, I'm an American named Brittany, so hit me, baby, 1 more time. Like, give it to me. Like, give me your shitty dryer and I'll show you that it does not work. And what would be way better is a machine that just dries your clothes. I took Penelope on a plane to London once and we're leaving Geneva and she had like let go of my hand on the escalator going down to get on the plane because you had to get on an escalator to go down. And I had a suitcase like in front of me and I like dropped it because I had to catch Penelope as well because she was like 3. And this my suitcase fell and didn't hit anybody. And this business guy just goes, oh, oh. And I was just like, what? Like, my kid is scared to get on the escalator, and this is like bothering you that I had to like catch my child. It's just like that all the time. And then, of course, the people in London are like, are you okay, sweetie? Like, do you need anything? And I'm just like, yes, I do. All right. Have fun in Europe this summer, guys. Bye.